Bill McCreary is the referee for our game this afternoon. The linesmen are Gerard Gauthier and Jean Morin. Brad Wawrinka and Darius Kasparaitis will start on defense for Pittsburgh. It'll be Lang, Morin, and Brown up front. Morin has been on defense, off and on for Pittsburgh, but back in high school, he played forward, and he's playing it today. Chris Therien on defense, along with Eric Desjardins for the Flyers. John LeClair, Trent Platt, and Eric Lindros. Lindros and LeClair together, and very early we have a penalty. Delayed penalty call coming up against Pittsburgh. A backhand attempt hit the outside of the goal near Reggett, and now we'll get the call just 23 seconds in.
Mike, a couple of things right off the top here. The Flyers changed their defense. At least Therien went off the ice as soon as the puck was dropped. Coffey replaced him. Therien and Desjardins will play when Yager and Francis are on the ice.
Rod Brind'Amour just looking over the traffic inside the boxes. Lindros, Nienema with another shot, and that went again off of Hatcher. Scramble for the puck there, dug out by big Kevin Hatcher. And Hatcher able to clear but not out. Coffey a shot, knocked down in front. Fed across to Lindros, who's bumped off by Francis.
What a great play by Ron Francis as Lindros was about to find the loose puck. And you can see right off, when the Flyers did get set up, they were trying to feed Lindros in the slot with a quick shot. The Penguins took it away.
They feed it back to Desjardins now. Wrist shot in front, picked off and sent into Reggett by Platt. Still chopped down, and Reggett able to sweep it away with a big goal stick. Pumped along, but it's fed back to the point. Therien up with it again, 20 to go on the power play. It's worked in deep. Platt has a man, and a save made on Bruce. A backhander, and that one flew wide. Yuri Slager hands it across.
This has maybe been the Flyers' best line in recent games, centered by Sillinger with Zubris and Forbes. A high-tempo, up-tempo, bang-em line.
Coffey fed it across. Nienema shot. It went wide. Rebound. Sillinger score! 3 minutes and 45 seconds into the first period. Mike Sillinger stakes the Flyers to a 1-0 lead. Here's LeClair trying to work one through Camp. Shifting from defense to offense, the Penguins. Ian Morin played it ahead. Rob Brown goes after this one and got there. Fed it for Morin. It came to the point. Wawrinka shot, and it went off a stick. Fed by Brown. Quick shot is saved by Burke. Oh, pulling the trigger quickly was Lang, and down to the ice. He's taken. There'll be a penalty to Lindros.
Lindros for interference. The checking center going opposite Lindros is Lang. He drew the power play.
Second unit doesn't get out there a whole lot. Sometimes they score on those things. Not lately, but overall in the year, they've done a good job of connecting on power plays with this line. But here comes Desjardins. Big drive. Oh, and getting it in his glove is Reggett. Francis walking it ahead. Fed one to Yager. And a backhand. Went off of Desjardins and trickled wide of the post. Desjardins again checked off by Yager. Tried to tap one for the breaking Barnes. It's out for Francis, and a pad stop made. Rebound Francis again. The Barnes score! What a play! 1-1. Turning with this is Coffey. Down to the last 6:15. First period, 1-1 tie. Bringing it on is Yanni Nienema. Nienema ahead, feathered it through. John LeClair after that one, chased off, but he is able to shake right back for Nienema's shot that's saved by Reggett. Well, you're right. Robert Lang is going to have to be a strong guy if he's going to be out against this squad the rest of the day.
So Yager changes now. He was on for a little bit longer than what he wanted, knowing that you want the defensive line. Eric Lindros.
Lindros a hurried shot, stick tie to the glass by Ken Reggett. Dumped along, and Martin Straka will step for that one, but he turned it back into the traffic. And we get a stoppage of play and an interference call coming up. 5:42 to go first period. The game tied at 1.
So the Penguins shorthanded. Ron Francis there for the draw, and Lindros wins again.
Yanni Nienema turned it along for Brind'Amour. Inside the box is Lindros. On the outside, LeClair. Nienema hands back over for Coffey. Fed one over for LeClair. Score! No, it was Brind'Amour. I beg your pardon. Brind'Amour twisted in the slot and wristed one home, and it's 2-1.
All right, Mike, this power play, and the Flyers look sharp.
Best face-off man in the league, just a hair under 60% when this week began. Maybe it's right at that now. Here's Johansson, a shot, shanked down, fanned off by Coffey, scrambled through it went in, but it may have been kicked. Bill McCreary waving it off, and he's signaling a kicked-in puck.
He was very, very, very emphatic as were you. At the time of the puck crossing the goal line. As the puck went over the goal line, McCreary was on the far side of the goal, on the goal line itself, watching things. And eventually the call was made that the puck was kicked in. There's Olchuk. He's got to be out of the goal crease, which he is. Here comes Straka. And there's Eddie O with his right foot drawing the puck right through everybody and over the
great stuff, because he spends the year getting it. Desjardins put one into Reggett. Another shot by Leclaire, and that one saved by Reggett. Rebound came back Desjardins in the last 15. Wrapped it around behind Platt. Fed one for Lindros, reaching Leclaire. Knifed away from him by Olesen, and it's fed back up to Yager. He's got 8 seconds. Yager cruising ahead. What'll he do? Puts on the brakes. Good shot right on goal, and held by Burke. With 1.3 to go.
I'm sure Kenny Reggett will go to the bench, or the possibility of going to the bench for an extra man. And I suspect Lindros won't allow a shot.
I suspect you're right. First period has come to a close. Shots are 14 for the Flyers and 6 for the Penguins. Sillinger and Brindamore with goals for Philadelphia. Barnes for Pittsburgh. No carryover penalties or power plays as we begin the second period.
Mike, the thing about Hasek and his contract is the discussions were started for the extension prior to the Olympics. So it's not Hasek running in saying, I've got a gold medal now, you better give me more money.
Here's Platt feeding one in front that came back. Coffey a shot, and that one blocked by Moran. Tries to get there, and Coffey able to play it on. Platt trickled one all the way back behind, and Darius Kasparaitis to get it. Well, Bill McCreary reported that even Ed Olchuk, who for some reason or other put the puck in his mouth there, said it was a good call. Not often you get that, but you do have this. Delayed penalty call and a pass that was offside, which really broke up the Penguins' delayed penalty call advantage.
Flyers were on the rush, and Desjardins had jumped in the play. He's a defenseman, and all of a sudden, the Penguins countered going in the other direction. Desjardins, the defenseman, was up ice, and he reached out and pulled down Ron Francis.
Yager looking, Straka side of the net. And he plays for Slager. Pretty good recovery by Slager, but now the Flyers can outman, and this is Mike Sillinger with Forbes. Save made by Reggett. Another shot, that went off, and turnaround score! Sillinger with his second of the day. A shorthanded goal, and it's 3-1 in favor of the Flyers. Back ahead, Francis. Big shot is fought down and then covered by Burke.
Power play expires. Desjardins back on the ice. The Flyers have been winning some of their games, but only playing well in one period.
Puck fed back out to the point. Tapped by Warenka. Chopped back by Kasparaitis. Oh, pretty thumping close-off by Terry, and that time on Brown, and it'll cost 2 minutes.
It'll be a boarding or a roughing call. Terrian ends up hitting Brown from behind. Brown 2 or 3 feet away from the boards. The Penguins need a power play goal. As Bill said, the referee said, very close to a major.
Well, this is Hatcher. Penguins need a power play goal, as John mentioned, to get back in this thing. They're out of it right now. The Flyers are across off second and can score! Francis. Or was it kept out? And a conversation between Bill McCreary and the linesman Gerard Gauthier. Francis thought he had it. I thought he had it across.
Well, the video replay, one of the things you look at is to whether or not the entire puck is over the goal line. Francis on the left side, one shot save. Second shot well over the line. That should be a power play goal, and it should be a 3-2 game. There's no doubt that Sean Burke made a great first save. This time it's Barnes with the passer. What a pass. Oh, baby, what a pass to Ron Francis.
Here's Lang with a shot stopped by Burke. Rebound, oh, popped up in the air off of Burke, and is grabbed and brought back up by Lindros. Lindros' pass off of Leclaire, who was bumped off and coming way on his ring, and it's tangled up. Warenka shoves it off the boards, and we're going to get a penalty call and another interference call, this time to Pittsburgh.
Warenka is going to go. It's an interference call as the Flyers, their big line, the Lindros line on the ice, the checking unit centered by Lang had the scoring chance, and a good one it was.
Here he comes with a shot that's deflected and blocked aside by Sean Burke. Olchek, did he ever come around with the slash, and then Nienema dropped down to the ice and is staying there. Meanwhile, it's Brindamore. Brindamore feeds over to Coffey, and his shot is deflected to the corner.
Billy McCreary missed that one as we have another penalty call here. Another interference call by Nienema to the bench. He got slapped by Olchuk behind the knee, and I think there's a nerve back there that you can catch with your stick where the leg goes numb for a while. You lose all your strength. and you go to get up on it, and the leg gives out.
Looking for a shot deflected to the glass by Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis, Francis, and Hatcher, the iron three. They try to clear, but can't. Lindros on back to Desjardins. Lindros! Save!
That's a good save there. Flyers got the setup. There was a couple of men in front. Lindros took the quick shot. Right-handed shot. Just faced the passer and let it go.
Flyers control it again from the Lindros win. Desjardins shovels over to Coffey. Desjardins with a shot! Save! Ken Reggett has gotten bigger since this game started.
I'll say. Lindros wins the draw clean from Ronnie Francis back to Coffey. This time the Flyers are playing I think a better power play game than what we saw last Saturday in New York, because they're in position to shoot the puck quicker.
To the point, but kept alive now for control by Desjardins across to Lindros again. To get the umbrella set, it's over to Coffey. Desjardins, and it's deflected in front. Shot and score! And still there will be 5-on-4 power play time. The Flyers get another. Wayne has seen some good power plays in his time, back in the early 70s with the Bruins. My goodness, they were impressive. There were some playoffs, they got a third of their opportunities in. This is Straka shorthanded. Fitted across the Slater, score! A shorthanded goal, a one-goal game again.
This is wild. Wild. Sean Burke says somebody was in the crease. Bill McCurry said no. It's a goal. Short-handed.
Short-handed goal.
They're coming fast and furious here. 4 goals in the span of the first 8.5 minutes of this period. Back to a one-goal game again. Thundering hit by Kasparaitis on Lindros.
He's hurting. Knocked the helmet right off. And they're going after Kasparaitis. The Flyers very concerned. Lindros took a blow to the head. Knocked the helmet right off, and he is dazed. And he's in trouble. The two linesmen and referee are over trying to watch this melee as they're going after Kasparaitis. Oh, man. The glass here in Pittsburgh is that new heavy glass that doesn't give. And when you get hit into it, it's a jar. Lindros, he's having trouble getting up. Mike, he's really having trouble. He's over near the penalty box, and he's just dropped to his knees now. He is dazed fully.
John Worley, the trainer, tending to him. Kasparaitis is still out on the ice. He and Desjardins are having some words, and Gerard Gauthier, the linesman, gets in between them.
Brind'Amour, Leclerc, Wawrinka are the 3 players who had dropped their gloves. I don't know why. I mean, it was a good, hard hit.
Taken along and fed to the back, over for Hatcher. Hatcher shoots! Save! Burke! Rebound! He hangs on! And then Olczyk was rammed.
Well, the Flyers are going to get nasty. That hit by Kasparaitis is going to change the complexion. I believe there was a stick even broken on the cross-check to Olczyk, and the Flyers are going to be 2 men short. There's the stick. It was snapped right in half. Olczyk was in front.
Olesen sets up Francis. Big shot by Olesen, covered by Burke.
Flyers playing the triangle where 2 men are up high, 1 down low. And again, with Hatcher in front, that's like a big old oak tree there.
The draw, won by Sillinger, across off the paddle of the stick of Colin Forbes.
Forbes had 1 hand on his stick because Morozov checked him just a little bit on the draw. If not, Forbes has an empty net goal. That was pretty good play by Morozov off the draw.
For a 6th-round conditional pick, that was it. Niederman shot, pad stop, rebound, spiked wide by Sillinger, who was looking for the hat trick.
Sillinger can't believe it. I think he had an open side.
Yager into Gretton. A 3-on-2 for the Flyers. Steered up for John Leclerc, and the shot by Desjardins went off the bracket. And a penalty coming up. This one will be against Pittsburgh, and it'll be against Slager. Delayed call. Yager got a piece of it. That was enough. 2:24 to go. 2nd period. A Flyer power play. A Flyer lead. Gerard Gauthier to drop it between Brind'Amour and Barnes. Won by the Flyers. On Forbes got it to the back. Coffey there. Waits and shoots. Hit a stick. Loose puck. Dugout. Backhander. Hit another body from Zubras. 1.5 seconds to go. And the horn sounds as another block in the front of the goal by the Penguins.
This is crucial when you start thinking about your best player getting rocked like that. And you wonder, as Craig Patrick, the general manager of the Penguins, looks on, you wonder about Eric, and you hope everything's all right. And I'm sure with the Penguin doctors here, the best care is available. Whether he spends the night in the hospital, I don't know, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me, Mike.
We have no carryover penalties nor power play. Aside from the injury to Lindros, John, do you expect that over the next about 18 days, that's a pass on ahead to Yager, and save made by Hextall. The Flyers were upset, but the immediate signal from the linesman, Gerard Gauthier, was that had been tipped, and so it was legal. Here's Leclerc with a shot, blocked off by Reagan. Boy, what a start to this period.
A great pass. It went over the two lines, but if it was tipped, it's legal. If it was not tipped, it should have been blown down. What a save by Hextall.
It's not so much about us, it's about the people that are paying $60 a game to watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that play more than 62, Mike. And the other thing is, and remember this is the rule book. This stuff's already in the rule book. All we're basically doing here is calling what's already in the book.
This is Chris Tamer. Pass is cut out in front, fed across, and breaking in with Brind'Amour, and Leclerc passed it across, and he just didn't get it. Back ahead comes Francis. Tries to get through Samuelsson and cannot. 6'6" defenseman Shell Samuelsson pressed his man to the wall. Puck taken by Yager. Yager with a shot blocked down. Another shot. Score! Morozov! Tie game! This is Reagan flipping it along, and it's careened back over to be chipped out by Moran. Flyers in the midst of a defensive change, trying to roar through Ostraka. Ottawa Slaughter, and the pass was sprawlingly blocked. Turned back over for a shot that is saved by Hextall from Yager and cleared back down.
Well, the Penguins waited. The Flyers were changing. Boom! Away go the Penguins. And Ronnie Hextall kicks the puck out. Hextall's been good. He hasn't had much work here lately, but when he got the chance, he made the play and kicked the puck away from his goal.
Puck chipped back out to neutralize, and here comes Forbes roaring back in. Forbes with a shot that deflected off Tamer, and it started back out. The Penguins have got 3-on-1. It's Yager moving in.
Defensively.
Brought back ahead now, Brind'Amour. Here comes Hextall to the bench. Rod Brind'Amour steps in with 17 to go. To the front, and it went wide. Around now for Therrien. That one went off Leclerc, but he's able to cover it. Leclerc feeds it on back. Desjardins flips one, knocked down by Olsen. Controlled by the Penguins. Stoked back out to Yager. 4 to go. Team coming from 2 down to lead by 2.
These Penguins, when they got the lead, they just tightened right up. As you see here, Yager with a big day, 4 points. This one is in the books as a 6-4 Penguin win. Yager with 4 points. Kenny Reagan with his 200th win. Sean Burke out late in the second with back spasms, and of course major concern for the concussion to Eric Lindros.
Oh, a little bit of ill will on the ice, just some standing around shoving. James Brown will be coming up next from Hollywood. Final score of our contest here this afternoon, the Pittsburgh Penguins 6, Philadelphia Flyers 4.